Anyway, this ain't the board that we wanted to do this year. We wanted to try to do a bigger board, something that's more entertaining, something that gives us a little more excitement than just a regular plain Jane board. So what I have for you is to suggest is maybe perhaps going this way, because our league is so deep and going 10 people, we have 30 rounds, which is 30 players that you're gonna end up actually picking. And because our system is set up a little bit different than your regular league, we wanted to get a bigger board. And also too, we're also Skyping for those who are out of state for our draft day. So we kind of wanted a bigger board. We try to go online and try to find something that's big and decent, but within our price range, and quite frankly, everything is just too expensive, and we wanted it to do one cheaper. We tried to go the dry erase board that you're looking at $400, even a chalkboard. It was just pretty lame. So we went ahead and we got a piece of drywall. This is a 4x8 piece of drywall, and all the pieces that you see here I'll explain to you in a minute. I'll give you each one of these dimensions, so also too you can put on your board. That way I did all the work for you, gave you all the measurements. All you have to do is just follow the directions and you'll see. One thing that I suggest you to get, of course, call me Captain Obvious, but you're going to need a tape measure. You also too, you don't have to, but to keep your lines kind of straight, I would recommend getting a square. And that way when you go to make your lines, you can put it against the board and you get it makes it look a little more decent. So this is optional. You don't have to have it, but you are going to need a tape measure. Also, you're going to need a marker, and I suggest you to pick up about 3 of these, because once you write on this drywall, it kind of goes out, and you just got to keep beating on it. So I would suggest you get these, and it's $3 total for 3 of them. You have an option here. You could either get push pins or you can get poster tacks. It doesn't matter which one that you get. I'll explain our border here in a second, but the poster tacks actually works pretty good. We have things that we have on the board. It's been up here for about a week, so it holds pretty long. And of course, you're probably only going to use this for one day, so this would be probably the best way to go. But also too, for what I have, push pins, these individual things have slot little holes that I could put the push pins in. So that's optional to you as well. Also, this is optional. Most people are probably, what we're going to do probably in the next year is go online and get the names of the people, and it's color coded, so that's going to probably be a little bit better, and we may have to get 2 pieces of drywall to make it a little bigger to fit that, because we do a lot of Skyping out or putting it on the PlayStation, our draft. But for the meantime, if it's real quick, just go ahead and get these flags, self-stick-it flags. And this is for the purpose when they see online, we go ahead and we put it, if they draft a quarterback, each color of the quarterbacks is going to be red, running backs blue, maybe, and then your wide receivers. So those who are online can tell what player is what, because with 30 people, you're going to be pretty deep into possibly unknown players. Depending on the new upcoming people from colleges. Some may know certain people and some may not, depending on your skill level and what is. But for the border, get creative. You don't have to do this. This is just what I did. I try to go online and try to find things for teams that were cheap. For teams, all the teams, could not find anything. I went to stores, sports stores, still could not find anything for a border, and even to a party store trying to get something even for the NFL, but I could not find anything. The closest thing that I did get, went to Toys R Us, and I got an NFL Rush Zone. This is a board game, and actually that's what these pieces are. I just took the pieces out of here. I spent $20 for this. You don't have to. I just did it because I couldn't find anything else, and this was actually pretty expensive, more than what I wanted to spend, but to give the board more excitement, I went ahead and purchased that anyway. And you don't have to. But anyway, and a little bit later I'll show you what these look like. So this is the pretty much the setup. What I'll go ahead now is I'll give you the dimensions. So this is what I suggest you do. Write these dimensions that I give you down. Put them on the back of the board when you're all completely done with your board, because next year when you go to write on this with permanent marker, and then you're going to write the names down in whatever position it is, it's going to be black marker. Next year you're going to just want to paint over this. That way you always have the board. You don't have to go out every year to purchase something. You just paint over it and put this back up, and you put the dimensions on the back side. But I'm going to give you the dimensions. This border here that goes all the way across from the top to here, it's going to be 1 3/4 inches from the top to here, and that's what the border is all the way around it, is 1 3/4 inches. These individual spaces, which has the round, is going to be 2 3/4 down, and it's going to be 2.5 across. Likewise, these bigger sections, it's going to be 2 3/4 down, and measuring across is going to be 4 1/4. Those are going to be the dimensions. I'll say it again one more time just in case you forgot. It's going to be 2 3/4 down for your 1 squares here, and it's going to be 2.5 across. For the bigger ones, it's going to be 2 3/4 down. It's going to be 4 1/4 across. And then it should look exactly like this if that's the way that you could try to go. And again, put it on the back side. Next year we're probably going to get a clock, a countdown clock. Give it a little more excitement. When they're counting down, instead of using how we normally do with the stopwatch, at least, and they can see with that, especially the people who are out looking in from Skype or the PlayStation or however that we attend to do it. I hope these tips help. I hope that you can make a better board than probably what we can. Be creative. You don't have to use this border, and good luck on your upcoming 2014. Go Lions.